Hello, good evening, and welcome to another Wednesday. It's midweek makings. It's the time of the week when I spend some time at the bench and do something. What I hear you ask, I don't hear you. I can see you typing things, but none of you have asked what I'm doing because I put it in the description. I'm doing a model kit this week. I know it's unusual. I do model kits, but it's unusual for me to do them on a Wednesday. But I've had a special request from the owner of the kit, my wife Gemma. She I think won this on some sort of survey thing, and obviously she doesn't do model kits, so she requested that I build it, and I've had it sitting here for a while, and I haven't actually built it. So she's asked me to do it on the Wednesday. So here I am doing it on the Wednesday. So hello to everybody that's here. I just have a quick scroll up in the chat and see who is actually here. We got Mark is here. Then Wendy came along. Scale Model Muse, welcome. It's Brew and Glue, Solo Spirit, Steve131, Gemma, obviously watching to make sure I do it properly. And that seems to be everybody. So, hello and welcome. I'm going to push the button. What should we push? That button there that brings in the little picture-in-picture first, just down there. So you can see what it is I'm going to be doing down here. And then enough of that, I shall actually push the other button and go down there. Although, again, I'm still in the corner because I like to be here. So you can connect with me on a personal level. So this is what I'm going to be starting to build tonight, the JGSDF Type 74 tank. I don't know anything about it. It's a trumpeter kit, so it's going to be quite nice. JGDSF is something Defence Force. It's got to be Japan something, I don't know. It'll probably tell me. This product is not a toy, it says, made in China. Tank Battalion, 4th Company. Somebody will know more about it than I will, but I don't know anything about it at all, so it's not difficult to know more about it, really, is it? William's here as well, just coming just in time to get the intro. Yes, so the study and understand these instructions thoroughly before beginning assembly. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So it's a fairly basic model kit. It comes with quite a few sprues. We've got some tracks. We've got lower hull, decal and rope, turret, wheels and stuff. Track construction is part 1. I'm not going to do that first because you've got to melt the pins with a heated nail, etc. Immediately press pin heads with your finger. That sounds, yeah, get them really hot and then touch them. I'm not doing that. We'll do the heating bit at some point because there are rubber tracks in there to be wrapped around, but we can put them on at a later date. I'm not going to be doing them today, I shouldn't think. Well, I haven't got a heated source up here, so I can't. Let's have a look. We've got bits stapled in. Something holding up in the side there. Nothing else in there. Right. Let's get rid of these for now. I'll put the tracks over. I'll leave the tracks here because nothing on the back of the box. Is there any bits on the outside? So you can see what's going on. Edward's here saying hello to everyone. Hello. Looks good. Nice. Glad Gemma made you build it, says Mark. Yeah. Right. Let's have a look. Let's get some of the packets open and we'll have a look. It is a 1/72 scale, so it's basically twice the size of stuff that I would normally build in 144. But 144 tanks are a bit too small. So yeah, it's got some parts in it. Got some quite nice detail on there that you probably can't quite make out on the camera, but it's there nonetheless. Move that over there, get rid of the plastic. That looks to be probably the rope. It's a little bit of thread in there by the looks of it, and some decals. We've got the piloty type people and something else there. We've got some wheels, some turrets, and lots of little add-on plant details by the looks of it. So we'll see what we're going to do. We'll start with the wheel assembly. So we need is that H is going to be the colour, and I've got to understand how these instructions work first of all. Right, if it's got a blade it says cut. If it's got no cement it says no cement. Decal has just got a thing on it. Bend, CA glue, add weight, file or sand because it's got hacksaw on it. Option or make hole. Okay, has it got a thing about colour? Painting and marking guide. This is why you should read and study the instructions before doing anything. It just says H a lot. I don't know what H means. I thought H would have been a particular colour, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. But A11 and A12, they're probably going to be in these packets here. Let's have a look. Chris is building a real model and a tank even. Gemma got him to do it. I've done a tank before. Just not lots of them. I don't know much about them, but, you know, there we go. Yeah, everyone's still just saying hello to everybody. This was, again, probably not going to be a terribly long stream again tonight because it is still warm here with the lights on. So I shall be doing this for a little while. And then they look like they're exactly the same. That says A on it, and that says A on it. Does that mean they're not the same? They're different. I can't read what that says on it, so I'll have to get it out of the packet anyway to find out. Yes, I shall be doing this for an hour or so, I should think. And then I shall disappear over to the Team Inept channel, where I shall play some power washing for a little while as well. In case anybody doesn't want to watch football, because there's football tonight. England are playing on the football pitch thing tonight with another team that I can't remember who. I think they're bits of sprue, but I shall keep them safe for now. It might be things that have actually broken off. Doesn't look like it is though. All the little bits are still attached. Now that's B and that's C. So yes, they are different. Let's put them over there. Probably not going to need the tweezers again. Put them over there. I'll put a spare A up there because I don't think I'm going to need all of that. Stapler is handy for the rubber tracks. Yes, I've been aware of stapling, but I think the heating and melting is the best way of doing it. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Don't need any screws. They're for a completely different build. I can't even open them. Come on. I've got a knife somewhere here, but I can't find it. There we go. I don't know why they need to keep them flat, because, you know, they're rubbery. So, yeah, these... I've got 4 little blobs that come out the inside there and 4 little holes there. So what you're meant to do is pop them together like that, then heat up the 4 blobs and squish them over so they sort of melt in place. So what you can do is heat up a nail or something, or what I've done in the past is like the flat of a pair of tweezers. So you get that hot, and then you can just push that on the inside of that, and it should melt it together into one. So I shall do that at some point off camera, because I haven't got a fire here, whereas I have got one downstairs attached to the food making machine. So that's a thing to be done on that at some point. But I think I can do the whole... I'm probably not going to get beyond this step today anyway, so, you know, there's no real rush. I'll get that done off camera. Gemma says, don't ruin my tank by not understanding the instructions. I made one of Riffield Chally 2 and 2 chibes that I still need to paint. I don't know what that means. I know what painting means, but I don't know what a chibe is. Going to work on my T55 Enigma after this. Gave up on the leather ball years ago. I don't know flavours of tanks. They could be absolutely anything you're talking about there. Right. A11 and A12, it says make 2. So there's 1, 14, 11 and 12. There we go. Make 2. That's obviously why we need the other sprue thing. So let's cut those off of there. I'm assuming that the H is in fact painting and telling you the colours. 1233 is obviously a particular colour to use for the thing. But I didn't see anywhere telling us about that. There really should be, shouldn't there? $18.20. Yeah, it's definitely some sort of code for colours that they're just not going to bother explaining to you anywhere, and not even give you main colours for most things. Isn't the first page that I just completely missed and turned over, is it? No. Maybe on the box. Let's have a look. Nothing on the inside of the box. Details about the Type 74 tank. Nothing there. Just tells you about, again, using decals and things. And nothing on there. Okay, so yeah, it probably does mean something. I don't know if trumpeters have a particular brand of paint that they like to use. Chibi tanks. Ah, right, yeah, I know about them then. I'd rather use Katie's hairdryer than the cooker. Yeah, but Katie's hairdryer isn't hot enough. I've got a hairdryer up here I use for drying paint, but it's not hot enough to melt plastic unless you shove it into it, but that's not a good idea. Right, let's get these together then. I need some glue. I've almost forgotten about the glue bit. I have my pot so I don't knock it over. Thanks, Dad. It's got a bit of blue tack in there. Why is it? It doesn't need a bit of blue tack in there. It sits in there quite happily, all on its own. Right, so these are just going to go together like that. Isn't on the inside bit. Yeah, that'll fit into there. Okay, I like that. That works. So let's get a little bit of glue in there. Get that in there. Good. Well, that was easy. Let's do that again. It's so easy, I'm going to do it again. Don't hold it with your fingers when you do it. It'll burn your hand. It told you, you touch it with your fingers. It says apply the heat and then shove your finger on top of it. They wouldn't lie. They wouldn't tell you to burn yourself and hurt yourself on that, would they? They wouldn't be that nasty. They couldn't be that nasty. They'd get in trouble for things like that, wouldn't they? Come on, get that in there. There we go. Worry about denubbing that in a minute. William will be back in a bit. Gonna fix some lunch. Cool. Right, let us know what you're having. Obviously, you know the rules. Bobbins missed the start. Know what type of tank it is? Yeah, Type 74, J something, other letters. Don't know. Use a soldering iron, says Mark. That's a good idea. Yeah. Although that does mess up your soldering iron a little bit. H codes are for Mr. Colour Paints. See top right of last page of instructions, says Kevin Walker. Thank you very much, Kevin. Let's have a quick look. Oh, yeah, Mr. Colour used, it says. Okay, I don't use Mr. Colour, so the colours mean nothing to me. But also, it means nothing to me anyway, so I shall just use whatever colours I feel appropriate at the time. I'll probably build it all and then paint it rather than paint as I go, because it's a lot easier to do. Yeah. Right, so I've done 2 of those. I've got to make 2 of the drive sprockets as well. Not the sprocket from the Fraggle Rock, no. 13 and 7 and an 8 in the middle. Right, I saw 13. That's the spiky one. Get the middle bit out, so I shall have to dig in for that in a moment. I'm going to need to find my knife. I know I had it down here because I thought I won't put that away. I might need to use that. So let me have a closer look at that and denub that bit in between the 2 spokes, because that's no help to me at all, having a big nub in the middle there. There we go. Get rid of that. That looks fine. And I've got to do that again with the next one. I also need a 7 and an 8. There's an 8 and there's a 7. Okay, that's easy. Seven. And an 8. I've also got the bit to denub in the middle there, as I thought there might have been. Just remember to add some red paint, says Gemma. Yeah, she's not worried about it being an exact match to real world tanks. Although I could add red paint as if it's not, you know, just run someone over. You could have one of the tracks covered in red paint. That'd be quite cool. Right, now this little washery thing has got 2 little bayonet cutouts on it. There's only one on there. Is there one on there and one on the other? There is something on there. But that, oh, that must be the other. Oh, okay. So that will go together like that. And it sort of will. So I can hold that together and glue that together. Are you saying Chris is a bit clumsy and will burn himself? Clumsy isn't a word that I would ever use on myself. I don't think of myself as clumsy. I think of myself as not being able to use words properly. But I wouldn't have said clumsy. Sometimes I can be quite dexterous. Yeah, so in a while I shall be disappearing over to the Teaminette channel to play some thingy that I just said I was going to play. The Power Wash Simulator. It's a good fun game. I must be getting near the end of it unless they've done an update on it. That's a good point. I haven't actually checked for an update on it yet, so there may well be a slight delay. I've set up the stream already over there for 8:30, but that's just the guideline time rather than an official definite start time. It just depends on what time this finishes and if I have to do an update or anything over there. It might start a little bit sooner if I can. It might be a little bit later if I have to. If you want to watch that, pop across when I finish here. There's no point in going yet because I haven't started it yet. You can tell by the way that I'm still here. But if you want to come along and watch that, feel free. More concerned he'll melt the tracks all over the cooker. Yeah, that is a possibility. I won't say it isn't. Okay, that's that, and that's that. And they go together. Just like that. Actually, have I got it the right way around? I've got that one the right way around. I've got this one the wrong way around. The little washery thing does have a direction to go on, which I luckily got right the first time without even trying. And the second time I got wrong without even trying, so I thought I'd try. It doesn't feel as fully down as the last one. I suppose it probably... No, that isn't. That's not right. That's better. There we go. We go with there then. Right. So that's those done. 2 of those and 2 of those. In no time at all, we'll have all the wheels done. It'll be easy. I need to make 10 of these with 14s and 1s. So I expect there's 5 on each. There is indeed. And it's those and those. Just going together like that. So that's nice and easy. I'll just get them done very quickly. Won't take any time at all. So yes, I have. I'm trialing a new thing. I have had it set up for a while, but I've never actually gone into it and used it. It's a new sort of Patreon type thing where you can help support the channel. But unlike Patreon, you don't have to sign up for, you know, any months or anything like that. It's just a sort of one-off thing. It's called Coffee. Or Ko-Fi or Ko-Fi. I think it's coffee because it's meant to be like buy me a coffee sort of thing. So if any of you want to pop across there and try it out for me, that would be lovely. I think you can put in any amount you like. Japan Ground Self-Defense Force, it is apparently. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's a link there for Ko-fi.com Gross Models, which is my channel, as you can imagine, because it's called Gross Models. That gives it away a little bit. And apparently, as I say, I've not had occasion to try it yet. I haven't tried it for anybody else. But it should be very easy just to pop along and basically donate. I think it's up at £3 for some reason. I haven't gone into it. I don't know if I can change that. But if you want to help support the channel, then that's apparently a very good way of doing it, because they don't actually take any cut of it, like YouTube and Patreon obviously charge for their services, which is fair enough. But these do it in a different way, in that if I want to become a pro member or something, then they charge me for it, which is also fair enough. If I want to use their service, I should pay for it in that way. But if it works, then I may well do things like that. If it doesn't work, then I won't bother. But it's there as an option, as I say, if you want to help support the channel a little bit, just as a one-off thing. Or I don't know if you can set up recurring payments on it, but say I'm not worried about that at the moment anyway. But so I always thank anybody for any support they can offer to the channel. It's great. It helps to buy kits. Unlike, you know, some kits get gifted as prizes for surveys and things. But I say getting all the part works is not a cheap hobby, as I'm sure many of you are aware. As well as obviously having to do lighting and computer power and things like that. So any help is much appreciated, as are my channel members and patrons, of which they are lovely around there. Muse says you can change it. Oh, thank you. I will have a look at it at some point, but so I just haven't had a chance to go through it properly yet. I haven't really bothered with it until earlier on. I thought, oh, that's sitting there. They keep emailing me things about, you know, sign up and complete your application thing and stuff. So I did. But yeah, I say my lovely channel members get perks and things, which apparently I might be able to sort out on Coffee. I don't know yet as yet, but at the moment it's just set up as an appreciation thing, in that if you want to say voluntarily donate a bit just to help out, then you're more than welcome doing it. If not, then that's also perfectly fine. It just you know, I'll keep going as long as I can, basically. Yeah, there we go. Not the same as Buy Me a Coffee, but it's the same company. Oh right, yeah, I've heard about them a while back. They've obviously shortened it and made it easier, or I don't understand it myself, but I mean, in theory, you could do the same thing just by giving out your PayPal info and letting people just donate into your PayPal account, I think. But I don't know. This one lets me post, you know, blog posts and stories and things up, which I did one earlier, just as a test thing. So I'll see how it goes. So it probably won't be worthwhile for me paying for them to do the pro version of it, because I'm not exactly a pro anyway, and it's not likely to make enough money to pay for itself. But it's another option there for people. I know a few people don't like Patreon. I think they've got some sort of not dodgy practices, but there's something about them that some people don't like. It might just be the monthly, you know, having to sign up for well, you can cancel any time, signing up for a month or anything. This one is just a simple, there you go, take that, I think. But yeah, anyway, enough talking about that. Let's talk about something different. What's happening? There's football tonight with England and another team. I don't know anything about it. I don't care. PayPal has a private link. PayPal Me. Is it PayPal Me? Yeah, there's something about. I've got a link for PayPal that's something. Is it PayPal Me gross models or something? There is something I've got sitting around there for PayPal, but again, I've never used it. I don't know. That just seems. I don't know. All of the, you know, asking for money is difficult. I've not got the right mentality to sort of be out there begging on street corners sort of thing. But I know people do like to show appreciation in different ways. Hence, you know, channel members and patron things. So I figured it was an easy way of increasing the visibility of the channel and everything else. Why not? So yeah. So football tonight, or power washing, depending on your mentality as to what you want to come and do. So you're welcome to have both on. Even you could have me on a, you know, big screen and just put the football on a little phone screen or something. That's probably the best way of doing it. and then swap between them. I don't know, pay attention to one and not the other. I don't know how it works. Right, so these are going to go together like that, and then I've got to glue them. So it's best to glue these while they're apart. I can get a bit of glue in there, and then just drop that on the top. That seems to be the plan. One of them, getting the right way round. That in there. That in there before it all wicks away, because it's quite warm in here again. Let's get these divided into sides so I can see what I'm doing. Those bits that side, those bits that side. Let's put them that way up so I can see what I'm doing. It should be the same number of each. I'm not going to bother counting them. Well, there are. I only just cut them off, so they kind of got lost. That's that on there. I have just finished a video. The Terminator base upgrade video is now done. It's uploaded to YouTube and is available as a few days early access to my patrons and channel members, but will be released into the wilds on Sunday morning. At the moment, that's the last of my daily releases. I've run out of part work film, that I filmed. On Saturday, the last of the actual part work videos goes live. So Sunday, I've got the base upgrade video going live. And then hopefully I will receive another part work in the next couple of days. I think the R2 is due to be delivered either Thursday or Friday. So assuming that happens, then Friday or Saturday I can get an episode or two of that done and get that ready to go for Monday. So I hope I can keep the daily releases going for a little bit longer. Powerwatch had an update. Extra cleanups, 3 I think, says Wendy. I've still got the skate park to do and the fire engine that I know of. I don't know if there's any others in the original that I haven't done yet, but they're certainly there waiting for me. Right, so I need the base bit now for this. That way around. I also need the A2 and A3 to jump on there, but I'll do them later. The drive sprocket goes on the back that way round. On there, that fits. It doesn't go the other way around, so it must be that way around. So that will go on the end there. I've got to glue these in place, haven't I? Doesn't say not gluing. So they're not going to turn, which is fine by me. Drive sprocket, done. Then wheels, 5 on each side. And then that one's going to go right on the front, isn't it? Yeah. Let's get that one on the front, so I don't forget. There we go. I haven't seen Lynn around for a while. Does anyone know how she is? She was in the chat a couple of days ago. She's obviously in America land, so her times are different to ours over here. So she's not always about when we're doing streams and things, because it's funny time in the morning or mid-afternoon or something, and she obviously works as well. So yeah, the last time I heard from her, she was okay. She just, as I say, in a different part of the world. Get that on there. I don't think that one went down fully. No, it didn't. There it goes now. That one on there. And I counted all the way to 5 just right, because I've got just the right number of pieces here for that to go on. Hey, sorted. Shane's here. Good evening, Chris, and all in chat. Hope all are well. Sorry I'm late. Had another tooth out earlier, so all behind time. Not a problem, as long as you're feeling okay. That's the main thing. Wendy says there's a treehouse, fire helicopter, and recreation vehicle. Not had a chance to play yet. Is that the new things? Cool. I may well have a look later, although I doubt that I'll be doing any of those. I might get the fire engine finished. I might not even get that finished, so I certainly won't necessarily be starting anything else. But we'll see. Right, let's get the front one on, because again, I don't want to accidentally pick it up and put it on wrong. That'll go on there, and then we'll just get all the others done as well down there, then find the extra bits. And carry on from there. It's easy building tanks, isn't it? People making out that it's difficult and things. It's just a big box with wheels on the edge of it. Tricky. Muse says, time to go later all. Yeah, thanks Muse, thanks for coming in. See you later, or maybe see you later on Inept, maybe not. Thanks for coming, thanks for the info on coffee. There we go, that's that. Wheels all on there. Sorted. Looks like a tank already, doesn't it? Basically. Oh, I need these bits. A3 and A2. Get it the right way up. It's easy to read the numbers. There's a 2, a 3, a 4, 4, 5. So they've obviously got to be used in combination with the other page of that I've got over there. Let's have a quick look and see closer. Right, the cut part is there. I think I can get in there quite easily with those cutters. That's a 2. Let's get the other 2 and put them on the right side, and then get the other ones to go on the other side. So the 2s go at the back next to the drive wheels. They go into those little locations there. I'll probably use the tweezers that I had earlier. Let's see. Just got to go in there. No, tweezers are not going to help because they're too small and I can't feel exactly what I'm doing with them. Fingers for the win. No, fingers are not going to win either. It's too small for the fingers. Right. Tweezers it is, but better. Hooks have got to go upwards, yes. So that's got to go on there like that. Just like that. That one went in easy. Right, so that's gone in there. So the extra thin will quite happily seep around the edge and hold that in place. Let's see about this one doing exactly the same thing. It's gone in there. Cool. Get that locked in around there, and that should be that. Make sure they're dry before I move it around and poke it anywhere. What I did with that one, shouldn't have poked it. Stop poking it. Why's it taking so long to dry? It shouldn't normally take that long for this glue to dry. Very strange. The wheels are definitely dried, so it is working. Right, okay. Let's get the 3s off while I'm waiting for that. New challenge mode in time and water usage. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the challenges. Paul did buy it. Is there a co-op mode yet? It'd be quite cool to go around and power wash down with other people. That'd be quite good fun. That one in there. No, in, not off. In. In you go. Come on. You know you want to. You know where you got to go. Come on. Come on, turn yourself around a little bit. Not that much. Just a little bit. Hold you there? I don't know. Maybe I can. Maybe that works. Yeah, looks like you're in place there. That'll do. Bit of glue around there. Should hold you in place quite nicely. Get the other one done in a moment. Dallas County Scratches is here. Hello, Gross Models. How have you been? I still have my hurdy-gurdy I found in the trash and put together on my channel. There's a playlist. Cool. The wooden kits, I still do wooden kits. I haven't done the hurdy-gurdy, but it was an interesting one. So, yeah. Interesting. But yeah, I've been lovely. Thank you very much for asking. Trying to do small, tiny plastic things now instead of small, tiny wooden things. We like to mix it up a little bit. Got to do different things to keep everything nice and fresh. You can't just focus on doing one boring thing all the time. I keep escaping. Let's try to escape this one. He's not going to have it. He's going to go there. And he's not going to fall out. He's just going to sit there quietly until I glue him in place. Alright? You heard me. Sit there quietly. I'm going to have to glue it in place before it's going to sit there quietly. For some reason this one's popping out. Put some glue in there. Then we can get it in the right place. Come on, stay there. How's the other one? Yeah, the other one's alright. Why are you not playing nice? How's the other side doing now then? That one's moved. Very strange. This glue seems to be taking a long time to dry with this plastic. Maybe it's not fully polystyrene plastic. It might take longer to set than other types. But that's that page done. There we go. Who says tanks were tricky and tough and time consuming and stuff? Mark Trillard says it's overwhelming going out in public anywhere with the world on fire. Yeah, absolutely. Dallas County Scratches says he wants to thank you all that have made me feel welcome here. You should be welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. Yeah, we've got a nice little community where people can just get together and do stuff. There's even a nice community over on Facebook. If you happen to be on Facebook, I'll just put the link in the chat there, hopefully, for joining the Gross group on Facebook, where you can come along and put up the pictures of your hurdy-gurdy and stuff. And obviously, you can advertise your channel as well, as long as you post some stuff up. Right, now it's time to put the track on, but I'm not going to do that because I'll do that later. It's not come up, has it? I pushed the button and nothing's happened. Does Chris often talk to himself or objects? Oh, yes, is the easy answer to that. I'll push the button again because it's saying no. Why is that one? Is that one saying no as well? But the chats worked earlier. I don't know. It's very strange. Yes, if you're at facebook.com/groups/grossgroup, then you'll be able to find us there if you want to join. I'll type that in the chat because for some reason my button's not working. Facebook.com/groups. The capitalizations are mine to make it easier for you to figure it out. You don't need to use them. Cool. Dallas says the wife and I got our first shot of the Pfizer vaccine. Cool. I've had both of the other one, the Zeneca. I've had 2 jabs of that, as have my wife. My youngest daughter just had the first one, so yeah, we're getting there. It's all getting there eventually, isn't it? Right, so that says to put the tracks on, but I'm not going to do that yet. I think you've got to put the tracks on before you can put the top on, because it's easier, because that's going to be causing some interference things there, but I'm not going to be putting the top on quite yet anyway. Well, you should still be able to get tracks on around that, I would have thought. I wouldn't see that as being too tricky. But yeah, anyway. There's one other bit on there, C38. So let's find the C. And we can put that on there. This was B, that's the turret. C38. It's down there. It's like a assume like a bumper, although I wouldn't assume tanks would need bumpers. Because if they're going to bump into something, they're just going to go through it and not worry about it, are they? But, you know, there we go. Peter's here as well. Peter Merce, welcome. It's everybody chatting together about things. Lovely. Let's get rid of the little nubs from up here. Just tidy that down a touch. Christopher, please don't muck it up, says Gemma. If you want to do it, you're more than welcome. I'll lend you some tools. You can do it yourself, it's fine. What did I miss? Chris talking to himself. That's what happens. Technically, I am talking to myself, but you lot can hear me. So, you know, it's difficult. It's not really talking to myself as such, is it? Right, so that's there. There's two little holes on the back there and two little blobs on the back there. And that bar is going upwards. Yeah, talking to yourself used to be a sign of madness. Now it's just a sign that you're probably on a video call or TikTok or something. So yes, probably still a sign of madness. That glued in there. That does the job. Hooks are still all attached. Cool. So yeah, I don't need to do those before I can attach that. But before I can attach that, we can do, I don't know about all of this, but I can certainly do some of this. It says you've got to use the string and put bits on the end of the string. That's quite cool. It wouldn't be the first tank you built. No, it wouldn't. I've got the others somewhere. I don't know where, but they're somewhere safe. Very, very, very safe. I'm not going to look for them now because, no. You know you're in trouble when the full name comes out, says Steve131. Yes, indeed. That's how you know these things. There's lots of the... Oh, there's an A4. It's got to go on the back there. Let's get them off. They're nice and easy. Not many A's left. There's two A4s there. Why am I using two? Oh, no, I'm putting two at the front and two at the back. So I need all of the A4s, two from each. And they've even got little tag bits on the other sides of them as well. So probably should have taken them off before I take them off the sprue. But there we go. You're talking to yourself. We just happen to be listening to your ramblings. Absolutely, yes. Ramblings is a very useful word for what I do. Drop that down there. It's strange when the bit you're cutting off as rubbish is twice the size of the bit that you're keeping. Down there. This one. Go there as well. And then the final one of the four. Will also drop down there. Come on, let go. There you go. Will you be going back to wood kits again, says Sprue and Glue? Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I haven't got any more sitting around to do, but I will have a look and see what I can come up with and see what I can find. The problem with the wood kits is they're not cheap. So, yeah, it turns out to be quite expensive to do those. Although, one of the top viewed videos on my channel is the wooden lockbox video. But that was obviously done as a video rather than doing it as a stream. So it's a little bit different. Where are these going to go into? Oh, the little holes down there. Okay. But yes, no, I've certainly not gone away from doing the wooden videos. I do enjoy making those. As well as I know you lot enjoy watching them. So they're certainly not going anywhere. But it might well be a few weeks or longer until I find another one back on the bench again. Unless you all want to go over to buy me a coffee, I can change it to buy me a wooden kit. And, you know, if I can make enough money but through that to subsidise buying another kit, then I'll certainly do that. That's sort of what it's there for. It's the Patreon that I have set up, Patreon account, basically pays for the website hosting and things like that. The streaming software and that sort of thing. There we go. Now I haven't been able to sand those down terribly well because they're very, very tiny. But once they're dry on there, they're obviously basically a bigger thing. So it should be easier to sort them out then. So that was that. What I'm going to do is cross off the bits that I've done, because I'm not going to be doing all of these today. Didn't think I'll finish off with that picture today, so I'll get all of those done. And next bits that I get done, I'll see, because I'm only about for another quarter of an hour or so, till about 8 o'clock, and then I'll get set up over on Team Inept. Yeah, there we go. Right, C37. Let's see if we can't find that. That should be on this one. Yes, the one with C written on it. Quite easy to find. 37, not that. I thought it was going to be a big plate like that, but it isn't that one. It's a smaller one. It's over here. That's all it is. A lot smaller than I thought this was going to be. Let's get that sanded down just a touch. Check where it's going to go. It doesn't have a way around, it's just 2 holes, and it's going to go onto that top panel there. A bit of glue in there. That into the holes. Gone in there. Quite happy with that. That'll do. A bit more glue around the edge. Sorted. What scale is the tank? Looks small. It's a 1/72. So yeah, that's a 144 tank that I built years ago. So it's, yeah, about twice the size of that. That looks about right. So yeah. Right, what was that? That was 37. Let's find 28. That was the other one that I was just talking about, wasn't it? That one down there. Yeah, so if you're new to actual model making rather than other things that I have been doing on the Wednesdays, the scale is basically the size of the model kit. So 1/72 simply means that it would take 72 of them lined up end to end to be the same size as a real one. So that's obviously in all directions. So 72 from end to end, width, height, everything like that. So 1/72 of the full size. Tanks, I believe, don't. I prefer 1 to 144 scale as a scale to build things, which means that it takes 144 of them in any direction. Which means people are pretty tiny. Where's my 144 person? I used to have one on a stick somewhere, but I can't find him. Yeah, that's the size of a person in 1 to 144. So the person on this, he was in there, wasn't he? Should be basically twice the size of that. Which looks about right to me. There's that and there's that. So, yep. So 144 is a nice, very small scale, but it lets you do some big things. Peter Mercer says, I love small more. Yeah, I started the channel doing 144 scale things. It's a TARDIS that I 3D printed in 144 scale. And biplane from many, many years ago. They're always in the background of the videos. I've got lots of 144 scale things going from, as you see, very tiny tanks up to, I've done planes that are still, you know, a foot long because they're very, very big in real life. So yeah, I found it interesting to do 144 scale across the board because a lot of Star Wars things we're all doing 144. And I've got a space shuttle and the Saturn V, and it's nice to compare the sizes of things in different universes, different genres. So you never see the Millennium Falcon next to the space shuttle, but I can. So yeah, that always intrigued me. So that was why I started doing them. 35 and 36. Let's get those done. 32, 33, 37, 35 and 36. There we go. Right. So they are different. Let's get 35 off first, because otherwise I think I might have, I don't know, 35 has got a cover over it, 36 hasn't. So I can easily tell the difference between the two of those, so that's not too much of a problem. Get rid of the nub from there, that's bigger than the piece again. Get rid of the nub from there while it's on the sprue. That's that one. Right, let's get these tidied up a little bit. Apologies I can't see the chat obviously while I'm doing tiny things with the visor on, because I'm doing tiny things with the visor on. I will obviously complete this build through to completion, but I'm not going to be doing it every week. I shall dip in and out of doing this. So what we've got here, this is the one with the cover over the top, which is 5, which goes at the front. Yeah, next week I shall do something different, and then at some point I will cycle back round to model kit and get this done a little bit more. And when this is finished, I shall start doing the painting of it again on this Wednesday night stream. It's the easy way of getting it done eventually. Go, that will go on there like that. Again, I can tidy up the sanding when it's dried on there and it's okay. I do a lot of Star Wars 144, says Peter Merce. Cool. And yeah, I've got quite a lot of that done on videos on the channel. I've also got the dioramas that I've done are all in 144. I've done about 5 or 6 of those now from different Star Wars films. You may find of interest, unless you've found them already, in which case you probably won't find them quite as interesting the second time round. But I do have a Star Wars diorama playlist, which might be of use to you. I'm sure you can find it. That's not his in trouble name, because it was just Christopher. Yeah, pretty much. Right, that was that. I've just done those. Let me cross those out. I'll make it these ones. I'll make it all of these done. Why not? We're all here for a bit. Oh, it's an option as well. So, option was to those 3 things. Okay, let's get 39 on first, because that's not an option. And then we'll be able to see what the options are. And actually, before I get 39 on, let's see what the options are, because then you can vote and Gemma can tell me which one I'm going to do. But you can all vote anyway to make it feel like you're, you know, included. What have we got? We've got C6, C3 or C1. Let's have a look. 1, 3, and 6. Right. Basically, yeah. 1, 3, or 6 is what I need to know from, well, any of you, but Gemma mainly. I can do a poll. Look, I've got powers. I can do things here. I can say which variant. Don't want to say yes. I need to say 1, 3, or 6. There we go. Can I say hello to Nick Gurr? He's a massive fan, says Seabear FN. Hello, Seabear FN, and hello, Nick Gurr. Hello and welcome to the stream. I like having fans. It's new to me. I don't normally have this sort of thing, but there we go. Yes, at the top of the screen, you should see a poll, which you can take part in. Gemma gets a casting vote, though, so she's already said 6. I don't know. I assume it works on Apple devices and things. There we go. We have no votes for 6, but Gemma is voting for 6. There we go. Votes are happening. So I shall let the votes continue while I put this piece on there. I'm assuming C9 looks like it has to go on there as well. So we'll figure it out. I shall let the vote continue until C2. I've got to do C2. Oh no, we've got another choice over the other side. I'll do another poll afterwards. Where we've got C2, C4, and C5 to go up there. But basically, I think it's going to be the same as on this side. So whichever one gets this side, I'll do the same on the other, because I think that's the way it should be. Right, this one has to go that way up on there. Oh, there's 2 little pins in there. Right, I've got you. Going in there and there. That way round. Going in there and there. Let's get that glued down its entirety as well as being in the little pins, because I don't know that they're lining up quite right. Definitely got it the right way up. That should do that. Cool. Oh, the other side hasn't got the same thing on it, so I don't have to do that. But I do have to do a C9. 9, 9, 8 and 9. There we go. 9's there. Do, 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 do. Yep. There we go. So that's got to go in that way round onto those 2 little notches there. That goes in there quite nicely. Get that glued in place around there. Right, let's see. I shall end the poll, which has ended quite nicely. 15 votes, not bad. There's 15 people watching, so that everybody obviously had a vote. The sticky up variants are deep wading exhaust, says Panzer. Cool. What are we voting on? I left the room. Too late, I've just closed it. But yeah, vote number 6 won, which is the sticky up one. I know you picked it because it's got 2 bits to it. It makes me do extra work. So the deep wading exhausts, apparently, are what we're going for, which is 6 and 7 sticking on the top of it. Why they couldn't have made it as one part, I don't know. I'm not in charge of making these bits. There's some flash on there, but not actually any extra blobs. Unless that is an extra blob. I think that is an extra blob, actually. Yes, that's an extra blob on there. Don't need that. Let's get rid of that. So don't get rid of the flash. Go. Shave away that bit a little bit, sorted. And the 7 is going to go on the top. And then we can see about sanding down the round bits. That'll go on there. Do. The poll is over. Apparently I'm supposed to pick 6. Yes. 6 was the answer. 6 was the correct answer because that was the one that Gemma chose anyway. So I probably would have got in trouble if the poll went anything other than 6. So I'm quite happy that it worked out that way. So thank you all for your kind making things work easy for me. But this has got to go somehow in there. Don't know. It doesn't show which way around it's got to go really, does it? It's got to go like that. With that sticking out there. That's not 6 then, that's the other one. That must be the one on the other side. 5 must be the one this side. It's lying. It's lying about which one's which. It's never good when an instruction manual lies to you about which end is which. Because that bit's got that sticking out that end. That's got to go in there, and that goes up the top. That works better. Yeah, that works much better, that one. Let's get the 7 off to glue onto the top of it as well. That's the rubbish bit. I'll get rid of that. That will go on the other side, so I've got to sort out the other side as well. Okay, that's that. Go on there. Let that dry. Get the bit the other side, the 8, which is this one. And that will be the end of this item. So that will be the end of this page, which will be the end of this stream. So yeah, thank you very much for coming along and watching. As I said at the beginning, I'm trying out a new donation site, Ko-fi. So if you'd like to pop along there and investigate, feel free to donate or not. Just have a look. If you don't, then you know, it's just to give me some feedback as to how the site will work. But don't forget that even though I have finished this stream here tonight, I haven't finished streaming yet. I shall be returning on a different YouTube channel. My other YouTube channel that we use, the Team Inept channel. I'll put the link in the chat there for you as well before I disappear completely. Drunkworks is here, just near the end. Well done. Rule 3, give Jimmy your votes. Yes, there's always that rule. You should always make sure you're following any rules like that. There we go. Right, that side is up. So that's going to go in this side, as opposed to where it says it goes on the instruction. It can't go that side. It's got things on it. Right, I can't have that side because it's got a bar across the top there where that foot needs to go. So that can't go on there. I shall put one of the other pieces on that side instead. It is almost like this is made to go on somewhere else, but it doesn't. I don't get it. Definitely says it's that one to go that side. It's cut and shaped to go on there like that. I've just got to make sure that stays where it should be. That should do it. Yeah, because that side actually fits in. No, it doesn't. got a little peg on the bottom of that, but there's no little hole for it to locate into, so I'm going to remove the little peg. That'll give us a better flat panel for it to stick down on. Go with that instead, I think. That works better. It actually fits in between two of the little up-rising greebly bits on the back of the tank. It definitely looks like it belongs there. But the other side definitely doesn't. So I shall pick C4 for that, because of the reasons. No, we go 2. 2. 2's the one from that side. 2 looks nicer. A little bit bigger than 4. So we'll go with that one on that side. And I shall have no arguments about it. So that bit's going to go in there, and that's going to come out the other side somewhere. It's again, it's the exhaust, but it's only a little bit of exhaust now rather than the big hugeness of it. I might not use that bit. I don't know where that bit went. Well, I know whereabouts it went, but I can't see it. So you know when I said I was going to use that one because it was bigger, I lied. I meant I'm going to use the other one because it's smaller. So what was the other one from that one? 4. I'll try not to lose this one. They are quite tiny. Probably a good thing Gemma didn't try and do this one herself. Okay, let's get that in there. Be that way round, or that way round. I think it's got to be going upwards, isn't it? Because it's an exhaust thingy. And it fits in better that way round. So we get that in there, glue that in place. And that should be about right, I think. That one seems to be there now where it should be. We've got the other bits on the front there. I was paying attention, it just disappeared. Yes, got Type 74, well spotted. It's the SDF. I want to say DSF, but it's not. Type 74. I wouldn't have a foggiest clue about anything. I know it's a tank, but that's as much as I would be able to tell you about it. But I know you know these things. So yes, it's a little tank. It is a little tank. It's 1/72. Right. So yes, that's that, everybody. Yep. So that's that completed. I'll cross that bit out so I know I've done that entire block, because it will be a few weeks before I come back and do some more. Behind the scenes, I shall get the tracks melted together, and then we'll see about fitting them on there next time. I'll put all the bits back away in the box, including the spare bit that I've got, because it's spare. It's not because I didn't use it or used the wrong one or anything like that at all. So yeah. Right, that's that. It's getting warm. I'm feeling warm in here again. So yeah, I shall return back to the face view to say goodbye, to say thank you very much for watching. Do come along over here. I shall show you where it is. There we go, look. Do come along over here very shortly. It's not the proper... There's a link to a video, which I shall be streaming in a little while, in about a quarter hour, 20 minutes, doing some power washing, which is quite a very relaxing, strange game that shouldn't be fun but really is. I'll just go and make sure that it's up to date, because apparently there was a big update for it. So I shall see you over there shortly, or not, as the case may be. I shall be back here tomorrow night at 8 PM for an evening with. So hopefully a couple of my patrons or channel members and gang members will be able to come along and sit along with me and entertain you for an hour or so. It'll probably be a shorter one, an hour or so, rather than an hour and a half as normal, because again, it's warm. So Mark's really enjoyed the build. There's definitely going to be red on it, says Gemma. Yeah, there will be. Don't worry about that. When I get the painting done, painting's not for ages yet. I've got to build it first. But thank you all. Stay safe, as everybody's saying. I shall see you soon, or later, or tomorrow, or another time, or anything else. I've still got videos going live daily, so if you're not watching anything live, watch one of those in the morning. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.